Hello, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I'm giving you an updated makeup routine because I'm doing my makeup and I've changed a few things, and I thought I'll share with you what I've changed and we can get ready together because I'm going out tonight. It is Tuesday and I'm going to a podcast live show. I cannot take myself seriously with this on my head. However, too bad, so sad. We are committing to it for the video because I hate getting makeup in my hair that doesn't need to be there. I'm going to walk you through every single product that I'm applying. My skincare has been done and I am now doing my primer, which is the Bobbi Brown face base, and I love it. However, I cracked the lid. Bitch, what? I'm so clumsy. I hate myself for doing that. I need to pot it into something else, and I love the product, but because it's not sealed properly, it's kind of going a bit weird, like it's discoloring on the top. And I don't know now if I've left it too late, if I need to just get a whole new one. But I'm going to keep using it because I think my makeup is looking okay. And if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know the feels. I also thought I could answer some of my Q&A questions from my Ask Me Anything last night, because I did it over on Instagram, and then I thought, hey, I want to answer more and I want to film this video so it can be a chatty get ready with me. Moving straight into foundation. I've changed a lot, even the order in which I do things. We have the Shiseido, in case you want a screenshot, Skin Tint, and it is, well no, it's a Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. It's not a tint. I don't know why I said tint. It is the shade 330, which is Bamboo. And I used to put it onto my face, but now I just do one pump. A little goes a long way. Onto the back of my hand, and then buffing that in to my skin. This shade match is gorge. It just like melts away. And I have a really hard time finding the right shade match. In the past, I've always had to blend colors because it's just been easier. And even when I've been getting my makeup professionally done recently for shoots and things, they're always blending more than one color. But this one is just a set one. This foundation is medium coverage, and you can keep it lighter if you apply less. Like this is one pump, and I'm getting it all over. But let's get into the questions because we don't have time to waste. I updated my phone and I hate it. And I regret updating it, but it did it to me like while I was half asleep. It said, enter your passcode to update your phone. And I wasn't thinking, and I entered the passcode, and now I can't find my photos. Like I hate the way they've done, there's a mirror there, that's why I'm going like that. But I hate the way they've done the update. Like just turn the phone back, please. That's not really how I apply it either, but I'm just trying to scroll with this one. First question, and this got asked quite a few times, so that's why I'm going to answer it in this video, is your partner moving into your place, or are you getting a new place together? And some people were really confused about why one of us just wouldn't move into the others, but both of our places kind of aren't right for us both. And I'm not going to talk on my partner's behalf. If he wants to tell people why he doesn't want to live there, or we can't all live there, he can. But for this place, there is no aircon in the bedrooms or in the bathroom, and it is really, really hard during summertime. Moving on to concealer, Born This Way Ethereal Light. Mwah! I love. It is the shade Butter Croissant. Oh, delicious. Wait, am I doing that? Is that the right order? Yes. And with my concealer, I apply it here, 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 here. Same here, 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 here. And just let it sit for one moment. With your concealer, you can apply it with a brush if you prefer. If you want to blend it in with your fingers, you can. I use both. So first, I just take this flat brush and I kind of press it in to the areas that I want the concealer. And this concealer is just gorge because it's so reflective and just gives you a really nice glow. And it actually lasts, covers up any kind of circles, dark circles, and doesn't sit like crease into your under eye. Don't look at it too closely right this second. I'm gonna blend it with my finger in a sec, but gorge. Gorge, gorge, gorge. Anyway, back to the moving situation. In this house, I do love it. However, it's not right in terms of AC, not right in terms of, I want to put a podcast studio in here. The really good thing about it is that I have a doggy door and Franklin can go to the bathroom, and that's kind of perfect. But in saying that, I think it would just be nicer for fresh memories for us both when the time comes. And on that, we haven't started looking yet. Like our leases, we're waiting till our leases are up, which is still not for like another couple months. But as soon as we start going to rental inspections, you best believe you will know about it. I will be bringing you guys along. Next up, we have Contour, which is the Westman Atelier, and I use the shade Biscuit. In full transparency, I think this is too light for me. I probably could have gone up to the next shade, but at the time that I bought this, it seemed like it suited my skin tone better. And as for applying it, again, I put it onto the back of my hand. I actually put a fair bit, just like that. And then again, taking a brush, I pick it up from the back of my hand and I pop it into the areas where I want the contour. Now, the key is to keep your contour high up on your face if you are wanting more of a lifted look. And I also like to do around the hairline. See, I almost feel like you can't even see it. But anyway, and I also just put the remainder under here to create some shadows. We'll go over this with bronzer as well. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer in the shade 2. You can see it there. And I need my brush. Next question is favorite podcasts other than your own? And answering this one, because obviously I'm getting ready for the live podcast, but at the moment on high rotation is Mel Robbins. She's got the #1 podcast, so I think you guys know who she is. I love her so much. I've been trying to implement some of her habit stuff. And then I love Shameless. The girls at Shameless can do no wrong. And I've just loved them from the beginning. I actually have their book right here. OG, maybe the first podcast I ever listened to. And then the podcast live show that I'm going to tonight is The Girls Bathroom. And I actually found them on TikTok last year. And then I saw their live show in, I think it was overseas that they were doing. And then I saw that they were gonna come to Australia and I was like, I'm gonna get tickets. And there was luckily some extra tickets added. So I'm going tonight with a girlfriend. I messaged her and I was like, hey, I got us tickets. And she's like, oh my God, you're the best. And so we're gonna go for dinner beforehand. We're gonna go to the George on Collins because the theater that it's at is on Collins Street in the city. And I've never been to the George either, so I'm very excited to try that food. I forgot, back to the contour, sorry. I'm getting distracted. Put some more on the back of my hand and I'm grabbing this kind of brush and yes, due for a wash. And then on either side of my nose, I'm just running up that contour just to create some shadowing here and some dimension like that. And then a little bit there and a little bit at the tip. Taking that same stippling brush that I applied the cream bronzer with, I also just run that up either side of my nose and there. Looking good. Moving on to blush, I've got the Joy Blush from Rare Beauty. Not the right shade for me, very sad. I need to buy another cream blush that is more suited to my skin tone. And I'm actually popping that on the highest point of my cheekbones. And I just do a little dot on my nose and then I blend it again with my finger. The next question that we're going to answer is how old were you when you moved out of home? And I moved out of home for the first time when I was 24. I moved to Sydney. I lived there for a few years. Then I moved back home and I didn't move out that second time until last year. I had just turned 31 and we were actually watching maths last night, my partner and I, and one of the girls, Beth, I think her name is, she still lives at home, she's 28, and we were having a conversation about that. My partner and I were like, you know what, it's hard now. Like I feel like the norm is that you do live at home a lot longer. And I also have explained this in my content before, but coming from Greek and Italian backgrounds, a lot of the time in that heritage and in those backgrounds, you're not really meant to move out until you're kind of married, which is a little bit old school and traditional and not something that my parents really instilled in me, but they had always said like, you can stay as long as you want. There is no rush at all for you to move out. And I think that's so beautiful, and I'm so grateful, because I would like to hopefully, if I ever have kids, do that to my kids too. Like if they can't afford to buy a house or move out, I don't ever want them to feel pressure because of me. They can stay as long as they like. And I'm grateful that my parents allowed me to come back the second time, and really grateful that they never tried to kick me out. I feel really blessed about that. The sun looks like it's kind of coming out, but you can see here the base is coming along. I maybe put too much bronzer here, but it's fine. We're going to now powder. Or should I do my brows? Maybe let's do the brows. Why not? I even do them differently too, and I'll show you that technique. And I also want to say, if you live at home and you feel bad about it, don't feel bad about it. If you need to stay there, like stay there as long as you can, and who really gives a shit what anyone else thinks? Don't listen to anyone else. But as for the brows, I used to really do my brows like fully tracing the shape and like really filling them. But your girl is half Greek, half Italian, like I said. So there's probably no reason for me to be so heavy-handed with the bloody eyebrow pencil. I saw a TikTok and she said that she only does like against the bottom line of hair, and she flicks her brush outwards. She doesn't go down, and I used to go down, and I feel like it used to drag my face down. So with this, I very lightly, just slowly flick out, 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 a little bit, and then just a little. Same on this side. I've got some gaps because I'm trying to grow my eyebrows, and again, you don't want to drag down, you want to drag out, just light-handed. Give them another brush. Less is more with the eyebrows, for me anyway, because they're so bloody thick and hairy. If only I could just control the hair. Eyebrows up. Not very good for the rest of my body. Okay, that's enough. Put the eyebrow pencil down. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown, where you can set the brows at the end. Next question is, how do you cope with feeling behind in relationships, friendships, family, and romantic? And she also said, hi Adele. Hello, straight back to you. And I think comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is a large part of why we often feel behind. I think it's either we're comparing to where other people are, or we're putting society's expectations or our own expectations on ourselves. And you don't have to do that. Like, you can release that and you can let that go and remind yourself, like, you're running your own race. No one is in competition with you. You are in competition with yourself. You're not in competition with anyone else. And just because your path maybe doesn't look like anyone else's or doesn't look like what society expects, doesn't mean it's wrong. You're right on path, like you're on the right track. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder, which I have to say, I'm fully off this product. I love Hourglass. I love their highlighters. I love their blushes, but this I think is just not right for my skin anymore. But I'm going to keep using it because it is a full product and we're going to just finish it. So where I have changed the way I powder is, instead of going all the way up to my eye and down my nose like I used to, I take it to about there and I bring it down, just like that. And I am tapping some off on the back of my hand here so that it's not too heavy. So again, watch where I'm putting it, just here, and then just bring it down. I then don't reapply the powder, but I do just kind of take it up the sides and then across the top. But I haven't at this point got any more powder really on there. I'm just doing, again, kind of less is more. Ooh, can you see all the... Lucky I got the vacuum in here. Now it's time for all of the powder products over the cream products. So I've got my powder bronzer, which is still Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 2, despite that being all scratched up. And again, I just pop that over where I put the cream one, and in a sweeping motion like a sunset, I just pop it over my eye like that, just a little bit. This is like day to day. And I know maybe I should be doing a little bit extra because I'm going out, but I don't want my makeup to be too crazy tonight. I might do something a little different with my eyes, but this base would be fairly the same as what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And same with that contour kind of up my nose, a little bit there. Powder blush, Mood Exposure by Hourglass. See, I still love Hourglass, just not that powder anymore. And this is the most gorgeous blush. I am obsessed. And so just powdering, keeping it really high, like where I had the cream blush, putting it over the top of that, and that's kind of changing the tone of it ever so slightly as well. A little bit there, a little bit there. I love this question. Should you communicate with your partner daily, like texting, or is it okay to not talk every day? And I really think this depends on your communication style and your partner's communication style and the dynamic you have in your relationship. I don't want to say you should be talking all day every day, because I know that's just not reality. I know that people have jobs and people are busy, and sometimes you can't just be texting all the time. And I definitely see a transition with myself. In the past, I maybe was someone who texted quite a bit, but my partner now is a phone caller and bless him. He loves to yap on the phone, loves to yap, and he'll call me if he's in the car, or he'll call me in between things. And the first time he called me, I was like, hello, and he was like, hey, and I was like, am I in trouble? And he's like, no. And I said, why are you ringing me? And he's like, I'm just calling to like see how your day is. And I was like, I was like, what? And he goes, have you never had a phone call before? I said, I've dated texters only, right? So not to say that one communication style is better or worse, but if there are communication preferences that you prefer, you can always communicate that with your partner. And we both like a good night text. We rarely ever miss. We've never missed a good night text between my boyfriend and I. But in the mornings, he might send the good morning, I might send the good morning, and then at least one of us calls each other during the day. It's rare that we are texting flat stick. Like, we both have things to do. He has his job, I've got my job, and bless the man. Can you see the flowers that he got me for Valentine's Day? They're so cute. You'll see them in the vlog. I think you would have seen them last week, but yeah, whatever you prefer. I don't want to really say there's a blanket rule for it, but I'm curious to know if you're a caller or a texter. Let me know in the comments. And oh my God, I'm getting distracted. That's the Becca highlighter. It's C-Pop. And I don't really love this. I've lost the love for it. For starters, look at it, it's all smashed up. Secondly, it does look very powdery on me now. And I try not to put too much, but maybe I did put a lot just then. And I want to try a different highlighter. I think I need to try a different highlighter, but I don't know what that will look like. I'm going to go shopping, I think, for new makeup in the coming weeks. So maybe I do an updated tutorial once I've got different products. But in having my makeup done professionally, I was able to see what I liked, what I didn't, what products I think sat nicer than maybe what I already own. So that was interesting. Moving on to lips, we have 2 lip products. Well, there's actually 3 in the end, but we have 4 in the end. But for liner, we've got Christina Sakalis Lust, CS Beauty, and Morphe Backseat Love. Now, the way that I apply these is I first go in with the Backseat Love, and instead of going all the way to the corners, I try not to do that anymore. I just do kind of all over, and I just stop it like there before it gets to the edges. And if you're like, why the hell are you doing that? Makes your lips seem rounder and fuller. And I know I've already got lip filler, probably don't need to do that. And I'm not a really big overliner, but that just kind of gives your lips a more rounder, fuller shape. I think I've overlined a little bit too much today, but ignore that, thank you. Next question is, should I make the first move or wait for him? I don't want to look desperate. And I think life is too short to not take the action that you want to take. Make the first move, seriously. And so with the CS Beauty, I just do the edges. I go over what I just did, only on the edges, just to deepen the dimension on the lips and give you a little bit of a shadow and a little bit more volume. Then we are using the shade Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. It is a lippy, and I was using another little sample I got. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hold that thought. So I really like that shade too. And I know you're like, Lippy, what? This was a mini that I got in my beauty loop, and this one is gorgeous as well. You know what? They're actually quite similar. This one is the shade Icon Baby, which I think I prefer Pillow Talk today. But anyway, back to making the first move. I made the first move with my partner on Hinge. He actually, we matched with each other, and then I sent the first message. And I always say to him, if I didn't send that first message, we wouldn't be together. And he's like, I had to match with you too. Like, we both matched with each other. But I said, I made the first move. So make the first move, shoot your shot. You have nothing to lose. If they don't give you the response that you want, better that you're not wasting any more mental energy on them. And then that brings you closer to the next person. The next thing we're doing, I nearly grabbed the lip gloss, but we're not there. That's the last item. We're setting the face. We're gonna use a fixing spray. It's the MAC Fix Plus Magic Radiance. This is, if you don't want dewy skin and you don't wanna look too glowy, don't use this. But if you want dewy skin, if you wanna look glowy, use this. I like to set both sides of my face. I try not to put it down my nose. I try to go down the side, and just fan that. Okay, are you guys all right? I just dropped the whole camera. You look fine. All right, stick with me, we're nearly done. Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is the Brow Freeze. It's like a wax, and I do this right at the very end. I just dip my brush in, and then on the back of my hand where there's not other product, I kind of just wipe off the excess. And then again, I'm only swiping like up and out. Like I'm not pushing all my brows down and then back up. Like I'm just ever so gently brushing like that. And if you need some more, you can grab it off the back of your hand and then slowly brushing them out, just so that sets them down, locks them into place. Rare Beauty, their black eyeliner, and it is gel eyeliner, long wear, perfect strokes. That's what it's called. I will link everything in the show notes as per usual, but what I do with this is I apply it to the waterline on the top lash. I'm gonna apply one side and then I won't apply the other, and I'll show you the difference. So let me just get right up in there. Not on the bottom line, just on the top line. That has it, that doesn't have it. It looks better. My eye's popping like this. I've also had a lash lift, so keep that in mind once I pop the mascara on. Highly recommend getting lash lifts, I love them. Can you see it just adds a little bit of something. Next question is how to get more confidence. And I love this because I believe confidence is a skill that you can work on, and just because you don't feel like the most confident person right now doesn't mean you are not a confident person. I think you can definitely build that muscle. I'm gonna go in with my mascara. It's the Ilia mascara, and I got recommended another mascara from Finley, who did my makeup so beautifully. It's like a tubing one. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to text her, but I am gonna buy that, and you'll see that probably in a coming vlog. But because I've had a lash lift, I no longer have to curl the lashes. So I can just go across doing one layer on all the lashes, and then I really focus on the edges, kind of to give myself a little cat eye moment. Now, would I do that black waterline eyeliner underneath every day? No. Am I doing it because I'm going out and it's nighttime? Yes. In the daytime, would I do that? Probably not. I'd probably do some brown little winged moment or some more eyeshadow with my new eyeshadow palette, which I'll show you too. But just doing the mascara on the left eye now, you can see the application, how good this mascara is too, but I do really love the one that Finley used on me. So I'll find out what that was and I will let you guys know. And then my last product is the Tower 28 Lip Jelly. It's the shade Pistachio, and look at how much I've used. I need to buy another one. This lip jelly is divine. So gorge. I always get compliments on my lip combo. And it just complements all the other products. Non-sticky. My boyfriend would tell you otherwise. He hates when I've got lip gloss on and then he goes to kiss me. He's like, what the hell is that? I say, it's my lip gloss. Now you're a baddie too. Back to building confidence. Do things that scare you. and do things that are out of your comfort zone to show you that you are that girl, or that you are that guy, or you are that person, because you are also capable and you all can do whatever you have your heart set on. Sometimes you have to take risks. Sometimes you have to be a little bit uncomfortable to get there. Sometimes you do have to do things outside of what feels cozy and safe to get you to that next level. But the way that I think I built my confidence was faking it until you make it, because people also don't know that you're not confident unless you are physically displaying it. If you can do things like have your body language nice and strong, your posture nice and tall, your chest nice and open, you project your voice really confidently, that goes a long way, and that does give people more of an impression that you are confident, even if on the inside you're not. A really good example is that day I did the AO live show. I was shitting my pants, but no one would have known. On the inside, I was like, shit. But on the outside, I was like, stay strong, keep your posture up, speak really strongly into the microphone, walk around the stage, assert that confident physical energy, and see how you start to show up. And then I would also say the gym gives me confidence, because if I can get in there and lift really heavy, or finish a program, or tick off whatever weights on my program, I'm capable. I know I can do something, and that has been another key part of like building my confidence all through my 20s, since I was in the gym too. What else has built my confidence? Doing hard things, like jobs that I've had, presentations I used to give, opportunities I used to do. Even now in this job, I think of some of the things I get to do, and my Galentine's event, speaking in front of a room full of girls, that of course I was nervous, but I was so proud at the same time, and I knew how much love was in that room, so of course I wanted to show up my best, most confident self on that day as well. But yeah, I'm rambling. I hope you like this makeup tutorial. We're gonna keep getting ready together, because what is the time? Oh my god, I gotta get her in half an hour. Let's pick a fit. This is the eyeshadow palette that I got and that I've been loving. Look at those shades. It's the Makeup by Mario. I think it's the neutrals, not the original, but just gorge. So gorge. For outfit, I'm gonna go for my dish pants, because I was gonna wear jeans, but I think these might just be a bit more elevated. The top, I'm gonna go for this. It's from That's So Fetch. Haven't worn this in a hot minute. It is a little dressier than some of my other long sleeve tops, and I just thought it's gonna be cold, and the sun has come out now, but it's still cloudy. It's not that warm today, despite us still being in summer. This is gonna be cute, and a little pop of color. I'm so excited. And then that way I can still wear my bra. I saw my surgeon today, and you guys will get an update of that in the vlog tomorrow. It all went well though. And I'm just gonna tuck her in, so I wouldn't even know. I changed into jeans, because I just thought these are cute with the bows. They're a little bit more fun, a little bit more character. And perfume first. And then for bag, I'll go this little one. And for shoes, I'll go just my little mules, is that what you want to call them? Because I think that is like just a nice pop of black. If I'm honest, I don't love the shoe option, but I don't want to wear sneakers. I do not. All of my JHM jewelry going in. I've been loving these earrings. They're the Odette ones, I believe that's what they're called. Nice and gorge for a night out. GG ring, not Pia. Is it Pia? Possibly. And then the Amour ring. Okay, I'm gonna love and leave you guys. I will let you know how the George is in the vlog, because obviously I can't give you a review in this video. But thank you for getting ready with me. If you have any questions about the products, let me know. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Mwah.